Hi, today we will learn division of decimals. So we can do the division in 2-3 methods, either by converting the decimal into decimal fraction or directly dividing. So directly how to divide, that's what we are going to discuss. But before that, I will just show you how to divide by converting to decimal fraction. Now let us take an example here. For 15 divided by 3. We know that 15 by 3 is equal to 5. Okay. Now suppose this is 1.5 by 3. Then how to divide? So what we can do is, I can write it as 1.5 divided by 3 like this. And this 1.5 you can convert into decimal fraction. So it will become 15 by 10 divided by 3. And division of a fraction means multiplying with the reciprocal. So it is 15 by 10 into 1 by 3. And don't touch this 10. Keep it there. 3, 15, 5 times. 5 by 10. Don't write it as 1 by 2. 5 by 10, we need to convert it into decimal. So 5 by 10 is equal to what? 0.5. So this is how we divide by converting into decimal fraction. Now we are going to learn how we can find divide without converting to decimal fraction, direct method. So 1.5 by 3. And we know that 15 by 3 is equal to 5. So here, numerator is decimal, denominator is a non-decimal. Numerator, how many decimal places are there? 1 decimal place. Denominator, how many decimal places are there? 0. Find the difference. 1 minus 0. Number of decimal place in the numerator minus number of decimal place in the denominator. So 1 minus 0 equal to 1. So that the quotient will have 1 decimal place. So 5 will become 1 decimal place we need, no. So it will become 0.5. Yeah. Now, if the number is 1.5 by 0.3, so 15 by 3 is 5. Numerator 1 decimal place, denominator also 1 decimal place. So 1 minus 1, 0. That means the quotient will not have any decimal place. Or what we can say, if the numerator and denominator have equal number of decimal places, cancel it. Simply you can write it as 15 by 3 and equal to 5. If equal number of decimal places in the numerator and denominator. Now, if the question is 1 point or 0.15 divided by 0.3. Now, the numerator and denominator both are decimal here. So 15 by 3 is 5. Numerator 2 decimal place. Denominator 1 decimal place. Subtract 1. So, answer will have 1 decimal place, 0.5. Now, if it is 1.5 0.015 divided by 0.3. Upon numerator 3 decimal place, denominator 1 decimal place. Upon 3 minus 1, 2 decimal place should be in the quotient. Upon 5, 2 decimal place we need, no. So 0.05, but 2 decimal place has come. Clear? Now, another. Suppose it is 1.5 divided by 0.03. Here, numerator, how many decimal place? 1 decimal place. Denominator, how many decimal place? 2 decimal place. 1 minus 2, we are getting -1. So what will happen to the quotient 5? -1 means decimal has to move right. So there is nothing there in the right side to move, no number. So what we have to do? Add 1 0. 50 will be the answer. Now, if the question is 15 divided by 0.03, so numerator 0 decimal place, denominator 2 decimal place, 0 minus 2 minus 2. So you have to add 2 zeros. 500 will come. Clear? Now, what will happen if the quotient itself is a decimal you are getting? For example, let us take 15 by 2. What is 15 by 2? Divide. 7 2s are 14. One reminder. Now put a 0 here. Continue. Decimal point there. 5 2s are 10. 0. So 15 by 2 is equal to 7.5. Okay. Let it be there. So the answer is decimal here. Now let us see what will happen if this numerator and denominator become decimal now. So suppose it is 15 by 0.2. So 15 by 2, answer 7.5. Now numerator 0 decimal place, denominator 1 decimal place. Upper 0 minus 1 minus 1. Upper what will happen? This decimal should move one step to the right. So answer is 75. Suppose it is 0.15 divided by 0.2. So 7.5 quotient. Here numerator 2 decimal place, denominator 1 decimal place, 2 minus 1, 1. Already this is a decimal. One more decimal we need here. But this will move to the left. So the answer will become 0.75. Suppose it is 1.5 by 0.2. Then there won't be any difference because numerator 1 decimal, denominator also 1 decimal. So the answer will remain 7.5 itself. No change into that. Now if it is 0.015 divided by 0.2. So numerator 3 decimal place, denominator 1 decimal place. Upper 3 minus 1, 2 decimal place we need. Answer already decimal. From that, 2 places this decimal has to move left. Upper total 3 decimal place will come in the answer. So it will become 0.075. Now if it is 15 divided by 0.002. 15 by 2 is 7.5. Numerator 0 decimal. Denominator 3 decimal. Upper 0 minus 3 minus 3. Upper this has to move 3 steps to the left, to the right. 1 step if it is more, it will become 75. But 2 more we need, no? So 2 more zeros will come. So 7,500 will be the answer. Understood? Know how to divide. That is number of decimal place in the numerator minus number of decimal place in the denominator. That much decimal place, the decimal will move left. If you are getting negative, that much decimal place, it will move to the right. If right there is no space, add 0. Clear? Now you practice it. Thank you.